as we continue to spiral the way down the road of the WNBA Players Association, the Players Union, running the league straight into the ground over, let's just keep it real at this point. Let's call it what it is. How about greed? How about greed? Wow, that's going to be like the Publishers Clearinghouse showing up at the doorstep. And you're going to start getting, this is smart. This is smart. Adam Silver's going to put players in a position that are like, okay, we got to wrap this damn CBA up. What once was about we want to get paid more has turned into something else. All right, after seeing a crazy statement that the Players Association released, I went over that in the video earlier. They look like they're content on WNBA suicide at this because I want to get paid. That's chess shit. The league is playing some chess. The players are playing checkers, and it's obvious.
Watch that tone carefully. This isn't just standard analysis anymore. This is someone witnessing a professional league unraveling in real time, piece by devastating piece. And honestly, the observation isn't off base at all. While the WNBA Players Association dropped their aggressive statement on January 10th, publicly calling owners greedy and unreasonable, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver quietly executed a calculated chess move behind the scenes that could potentially split the union right down the middle. This isn't abstract theory or empty posturing designed for headlines. This involves real money landing in real bank accounts. And some players are suddenly staring at a tough call they didn't expect to face this fast. The pressure is mounting in ways the union leadership never anticipated. What happens when individual interests collide with collective bargaining? Here's the strategic play that fundamentally changed everything overnight. On January 9th, the WNBA officially notified all 30 franchise executives that they're cleared to start sending qualifying offers directly to free agents. Beginning January 11th, these aren't placeholder offers or vague negotiating ideas. These are legally binding contracts with real dollar figures that players can sign on the spot if they choose. At precisely the same time, the league strategically floated a moratorium proposal to the union just 1 hour before the midnight CBA deadline arrived. The union decisively passed on it, rejecting the offer. That critical decision puts everyone involved in what labor law experts call a status quo period, meaning the expired CBA technically stays in place while free agency simultaneously stays wide open for business. Front Office Sports broke this story first, and since then, multiple league sources have confirmed that teams spent the last 48 hours on emergency conference calls with the league office, desperately trying to figure out what's legally allowed and what crosses the line. The answer they received was both simple and absolutely wild at the same time. Everything's on the table. Send the offers immediately, make the pitch directly to players, and put hard numbers in front of athletes who've been listening to union leadership talk about a better deal that still hasn't materialized. Will players choose loyalty or financial security?
WNBA is telling teams they can send free agent offers amid CBA uncertainty. Guys, teams are about to start sending out free agent offers to players. No, you're going to have some players that hadn't been making much money all of a sudden look up and they're like, oh, wait a minute. What now? Once they start seeing actual figures to them that could be on their checks, it's going to get interesting.
Now, think carefully about what this situation looks like in real life for individual players. You're a professional athlete, pulling in roughly $100,000 annually, a decent salary, but not generational wealth by any means. The Players Association is telling you repeatedly to hold the line firmly, insisting that ownership is systematically lowballing everyone, and claiming that unity is the only way this standoff ends with bigger paydays across the board for all players. Then suddenly, your agent calls with urgent news. The Indiana Fever just sent over an official qualifying offer. Or perhaps it's the New York Liberty or another franchise with serious money to spend. And there it is, a number on that contract page that's double what you earned last season, maybe even triple your previous salary. The union is publicly brushing this off, dismissing it as procedural noise and insisting none of it matters without a new CBA officially in place. Here's the critical problem with that strategy. Though these offers are legally binding under the terms of the expired agreement, a player can sign one immediately without union approval. And the second that first signature hits paper, the psychological pressure on every other player skyrockets exponentially. One defection could trigger an avalanche. Can the union hold the line when real money is on the table? Now, add another layer to this crisis that's making people in the industry genuinely nervous. Ramona Shelbourne, ESPN's senior NBA writer who closely tracks league business operations, dropped a serious warning on January 10th that should have the Players Association leadership sweating. She's hearing growing concern throughout the industry around scheduling logistics. And this is the part nobody wants to say out loud publicly. No CBA means no official schedule can be finalized. No schedule means arenas don't hold those critical dates in their calendars. Training camps traditionally don't open until April anyway. So initially it looked like the union had plenty of time to negotiate. But arena calendars don't wait for labor disputes to resolve. The Golden State Warriors share Chase Center with multiple tenants. The Las Vegas Aces play at Michelob Ultra Arena, which hosts countless events. The New York Liberty call Barclays Center home, one of the busiest venues in the country. These are top-tier venues located in massive markets, with concerts, other professional leagues, and corporate events constantly fighting for limited space. Every single week, without a CBA finalized, is another week those prime dates can disappear permanently, snatched up by other events. Those venues can flip those dates incredibly fast to more reliable bookings. Expansion drafts need to happen soon, according to the league's timeline. Free agency needs to move forward. The entire season schedule has to be built, sold to broadcasters, and aggressively promoted. Absolutely none of that can move forward without a CBA in place. Is the union's strategy costing them more than they realize?
Sources told Front Office Sports. Wow. Wow. Now, of course, the Players Association are trying to downplay this. The same sources told Front Office Sports they view going through the motions of free agency without a CBA in place as pointless. In a statement late Friday night, the union said that the league and owners remain committed to undervalued player contributions, dismissing player concern and running out the clock. I'm not going through their ridiculous statement that, in my opinion, could actually result in this league going down the toilet.
Let's get brutally specific about what was actually on the negotiating table before talks completely fell apart. The union pushed aggressively for a significantly higher revenue share percentage. That's certainly ambitious, especially for a league still building profitability. Ownership countered with a major structural shift, maximum salaries jumping from $241,000 to potentially $2 million by the end of the next CBA cycle. That's nearly 8 times more for top-tier players, an unprecedented increase in WNBA history. They also offered substantially higher base salaries across the board, stronger benefits, packages, and dramatically improved travel conditions. Not a flawless proposal by any means, but representing real, measurable movement from ownership's previous positions. The Players Association responded on January 10th by stating flatly that the offer undervalued player contributions and failed to recognize their true worth. They want more, which is absolutely fair in any negotiation. But here's where the strategy starts looking dangerously shaky. They're betting everything that unity holds firm, while the league simultaneously puts immediate cash in front of individual players. That's an incredibly risky play when financial desperation is real. How long can ideology trump immediate financial need?
There's also the issue of free agency and expansion draft, which needs to happen fairly soon. First, greed will do that. Self-destructive behavior. Got millions of new fans, should embrace them. Nope. Spend every second attacking the new fans in CC. The reason they are here, intentionally destroying the growth of the league. And I wonder why. Greedy, selfish vets. Yeah, and I've got to wonder, you notice a lot of this is being led, you got older players. It's like that are trying to, it's like, okay, I'm pulling up to the end. I need to try to maximize this, see if I can. No, you need to take the deal where you can make up to.
The comments section actually clocked this dynamic accurately. A significant portion of this aggressive push is coming from older veterans who are near the end of their playing careers and trying to squeeze the absolute most out of their final years in the league, which makes total sense from where they're personally sitting. But does their urgency match the long-term interests of younger players with decades ahead? That generational divide could be the union's ultimate weakness.